Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. As you can see from the heading, so basically today we're gonna see this hospital API backend that I've made. So basically, what this API does it that you can create a doctor, and you can register a doctor. You can register a login the doctor with a doctor ID. You can register a patient, and you can see whether or not what the status of that patient is, and you can get all the status of that particular patient of a particular status. So let's jump into the code, and then I'll run the code and I'll show you exactly the functionality. So before everything, let's look at the folder structure. So here we have the config, the controllers, the models, and the routes folder, and the index.js page. Here we have required express. We have express the port number for body parser for reading the uh, uh, G headers, request headers, and JSON objects. And this we have used router, express routers. We have required this router here, and then we have used chords too. And then here we are specifying that when we get a request at slash, please use router, and then the app is listening. Here we have index.js. We have specified all the routes. Going to the models, before models, let's go to the config. Here we have made the database using the mongoose, and the models, we have three models. So basically we have three collections: doctor, patient, and reports. So doctors has username and passwords, and exporting it. Patient has name, phone, and report, which refers to the reports schema. uh, Here the report schema has status, which is our type string. It has can have only four values, so we have used enum. Default is negative, and then a doctor and patient, which refers to the doctor and patient schemas respectively. So let's jump directly into the user controller, and I'll run the API, and I'll show you exactly, and then I'll go through these particular functions. So as in the beginning, we can register. So Shubhankar uh, Varma. So password and confirm password should be equal, only then it would register. Otherwise, if I write something like 1, it says passwords don't match. So there you go, a new user is created. So this is the password register. So the two password and confirm password should match. If they match, then if they don't match, then this error is returned. Otherwise, this message doctor created and the data is returned, which we see. And then next is the doctor login. So let's go to the doctor login. Shubhankar Verma. So 2 1. Let's give a wrong password. This password did not match. And once we do 2, it logs and gives the data, and it also gives the JWT token. So here we can see the password. It finds the doctor, it finds the data, matches the password, and then generates the token and then returns it. Otherwise, it gave that error or message when the password did not match. Then we have the patient register. So where did it go? Yeah, patient register. So patient register. So we added a doctor login. So we need to copy the JWT auth, because this can only be done. This is a protected auth. Control C. So this is the protected auth. Aman Singh Chima. Let's give this number. Let's send that. And there you go. Patient is registered, and this, as we can already see, patient register. It takes the patient info and registers it. And if there's an error, then it will give the error. But there was no error here. Patient, create patient report. Create patient report is the next. Patient create report. So there you go. So patient register, it just takes an ID. Control C. Let's put an ID here. Control C. Control V. symptoms quarantine. Do we need auth? Patient register. So let's just take it. Control C. And then the body symptoms quarantine. We will send it. So we created a status for this report for this patient with that ID, and we saved it. Then finally all reports. There you go, patient all reports, patient create report, control C, patient all reports. So here we need, okay, patient all reports of that particular patient. There you go, Amanshing Chima, phone this, report is given by doctor this, status is symptoms quarantine. And for this one, this is another user, Animesh Singh. He has been checked by two doctors, Abhirup and Ankita. One was symptoms quarantine, other was positive admit. So there you go. And then patient status report. Positive admit. How many are positive admit? Send this. Animesh Singh was positive admit. And now we go to the reports. Symptoms quarantine. Control C. Control V. There you go. So 3 patients were sent us, Animesh, Aman, and Aman Singh Chima. So there you go. This is the entire thing. And if we look at the user controller for this, all reports again, they are taking the for all reports. Okay, so they are taking the param ID and then they are populating the one is the report and the doctor path. So basically the data that they are getting this way, where is all report, this way, is actually initially is it in this way, where where is it, yeah, it's in this way, doctor patient, doctor patient. So by populate, what it does, it refers to the other table and fills in the data in place of the object ID. So that's what it does. In place of the object ID, a data was filled, and so this is the use of that, populate, and there you go. We create the object and then push the data in some report object, and we send it as data as JSON object to the front end, to the as the response object. Yeah, and then this is the report by status. This is simply this is an easy one. So we are seeing the request the parameter status. If it's none of these 4, then we will give an error message. Otherwise, if it's all of these, then we find the status, then we find a report that have that status, and we populate the patient and the doctor. So in place of the object IDs, we fill in the data. So this is the entire thing. Otherwise, we send in error object. And then finally, we have the authentication JWT check auth. We have used two API, two routes use JWT authentication. So here, if we don't have authorization, head with auto authorization, then give some kind of error. Otherwise, take the token, verify it, and then on request.doctor, just fill in the ID, and then next is called. Otherwise, if the token is not found, then send this error. That's it, guys. That's the entire project. I hope you like it. If you do like it, then like, subscribe, and yeah, for more, just comment down below on any more videos if you want. Thank you.